Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Happy Thursday to you. 39 degrees outside under a cloudy sky, breezy already. And we do want to note here this morning, as we mentioned earlier in our newscast, there is a grass fire been reported on the Callaway Road east of Callaway. I believe that was 12 miles east of Callaway, if I heard it correctly. The point that we're making here today is there may be some big equipment, some fire trucks moving up and down the Callaway Road, and we want you to be careful out there. I know there's a lot of folks who travel to and from Callaway this time of day, and that is, again, an asphalt county road, so it's not as wide as a state highway. So make room and kind of be ready to pull over. I'm pretty sure they're probably there by now, but there may be additional equipment being moved in and out. I imagine both departments will be coming from both directions, Broken Bow and Callaway. So just keep that in mind if you're traveling on the Callaway Road this morning. A grass fire east of Callaway, something that we didn't want to hear this morning simply because of these winds and dry conditions out there. So let's be careful wherever possible. A spark of any kind right now will get things going. And the guys, the volunteers, the EMTs, and everybody putting in overtime this particular time of year where normally you would not be called out as often as they have been. So be careful out there. Good to have you along here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Got a nice hum in our head this morning, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of adds. It doesn't really bother when you have a hum in your head all the time. Anyway.
I was going to say, it kind of goes right along with the other hum that's been going on in my head.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not a big distraction.
No.
Birthdays today on this Thursday. St. Patrick's Day. Oh, yes, St. Patrick's Day. Let's get in the mood here, shall we?
Oh, nice. Oh.
Happy birthday on this St. Patty's Day to Pat Lewandowski. I don't believe he's Irish, but Pat's a good guy celebrating his birthday today. Happy birthday to Dee Miller. And happy birthday to Deborah Jean Olson this morning. Those are birthdays we're aware of. Many more, I'm sure. And it is St. Patrick's Day, the annual celebration of the patron saint of Ireland. Here in the U.S., we use it as an excuse to drink lots of green beer. And I think I've told you before that in Ireland today, it's a very quiet day, except in Dublin. Dublin throws a big party, but most of the rest of Ireland, it's more like a Christmas day. Kind of quiet, serene.
Oh, nice.
Kind of get together and have something to eat, maybe take a nap. While in Dublin, they're raising all kinds of Irish heck. And here in the U.S., but hopefully you'll have yourself a great St. Patrick's Day on this 17th day of March. Birthdays of note on this St. Patty's Day. Rob Lowe is 58 today.
Oh.
He's been in 911, Lone Star. He's been in The Outsiders, St. Elmo's Fire, many, many different things. West Wing. Also did some movies of his own early on in his career. Or I should say video.
Yeah, okay, I gotcha.
John Sebastian today, 78. 78 years old today. He founded the 60s pop band The Lovin' Spoonful. Hits, like Do You Believe in Magic and many others. His big one, though, was Welcome Back, Kotter, which
Oh, really?
he wrote.
He did that one, huh?
Yeah, that was John Travolta's breakout show.
Yeah.
Billy Corgan is 55 today, best known as the frontman for the Smashing Pumpkins. Tamar Braxton is 45 today, sang with the Braxtons, had a solo hit in 2012 with Love and War. And Kurt Russell is celebrating a birthday today on
wow.
St. Patrick's Day.
How old is Kurt?
Kurt is 71.
Wow.
And of course, you first saw Kurt in Disney
Yes.
shows. Of course, he and Goldie Hawn, a pair for many years. And he is the stepdad to actors Kate and Oliver Hudson. So, those are birthdays on St. Patrick's Day that we're aware of. Also, this is the 5th anniversary of KCNI 96.3 FM.
Oh, really?
Went on the air on St. Patrick's Day in 2017 with 96.3. Took a few years to get that up and going, but we decided back then St. Patty's Day would be a lucky day to put it on the air, and it has been. Thank you so much for your support. How about school lunch menus?
Okay, let's do that. We'll start you in Sand Hills, Dunning, Nebraska. Hot ham and cheese, tried taters, and green beans at Sand Hills Public School today.
At Loop City today, let's see what they're having on St. Patty's Day. They're having Reuben with or without kraut or chicken nuggets at Loop City.
Ansley today serving mac and cheese for lunch.
Arcadia on the 17th day of March. Let's see here. They're having, down at the bottom here, chicken noodle soup today.
And Smyrna, Italian dunkers with marinara dipping sauce, breaded steak fries with dinner roll, or crispy chicken salad with roasted flatbread on the menu today at AM.
Broken Bow Middle School, High School today, Italian dunkers, breaded steak with dinner rolls, fresh baked ham and cheese subs, vegetables, fruit, dessert, and milk.
At Arnold today, super nachos and cinnamon rolls at Arnold.
Sumner, Eddyville Miller, on this St. Patrick's Day, they're having hot ham and cheese at SEM.
All right, and at Callaway today, it's Reuben's on the menu today.
School lunch menus, we'll have them again for you tomorrow on a Friday, so be sure and join us for that. All right.
So are those green stripes in your shirt?
I think there is just some light green in there.
Yeah, I feel terrible. I have no green on. Sorry.
I would pinch you, but I'm afraid you'd like it.
I don't know how to respond to that.
Respond to this one.
Okay.
Mike Tyson
Yes.
is launching ear-shaped pot gummies. Yes, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Mike Tyson is doing this, of course, to make money. He's taking a bite out of the pot business. The famous fighter is capitalizing on his infamous bite fight. Nearly 25 years ago, he bit off a chunk of Evander Holyfield's ear.
Yeah.
Tyson's launching a brand of ear-shaped marijuana edibles called Mike's Bites. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here on The Breakfast Show. Anything for a buck.
Yeah.
Mike's Bites.
Kind of interested to see how the marketing campaign for that'll go.
Well, God only knows these days.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Do, 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 do. Love your music, by the way.
Thank you.
Very good.
All right. Well, I'm glad you like it. Means a lot to me.
Well, I'm sure.
We're going to celebrate a little lovin' spoonful here this morning. Kind of get in the mood with a little magic along with St. Patrick's Day. So Join us with the Love and Spoonful. Do you believe in magic?
When you're having pain, you want it gone fast. Varney Health Mart has what you need to push it aside. Health Mart Pain Relief Caplets, 100 count, $7.99. Pain Relief 100 count tablets, also $7.99. For the kids, Liquid Pain and Fever Reducer is $5.99. Proud to be your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy. Varney Health Mart in downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
At the Callaway Good Life Center, their hometown facility offers the security and comfort of a small town with the advantages of city living. They offer speech, occupational, and physical therapy for their residents. Visit CallawayGoodLife.com for more information.
Happy St. Patty's Day. We're going to play the game. We also have Farmers National Dave Davis report from Christy's younger sister, Kathy, coming up to round out this half hour. Mike's Bites. Yep. Lots of news bites for you today. Russian tennis stars may be banned from Wimbledon.
Uh-oh.
That's in. Of course, they have the number one player who has been banned from a lot of places because he refused to vaccinate. And yeah, so, you know, now they might get, ruled out because of the war in Ukraine. So that's one of our news bites this morning. The music helps keep the buzz out of our ears. And hopefully you folks out there are getting in the St. Patty's Day mood. And we have a question about St. Patty's Day, I do believe.
Yeah, our questions have kind of been focused around Ireland for you this week. Here's your question for today. Which of these actors, now listen close, which of these actors was not born in Ireland? There have been a lot of actors, good actors, that have come out of Ireland. Here's your choices. Which of these is not or was not born in Ireland? Your choices are Gabriel Byrne, Colin Farrell, Pierce Brosnan, or Ryan Gosling. Of those actors, which was not born in Ireland? Gabriel Byrne, Colin Farrell, Pierce Brosnan, or Ryan Gosling? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
And what is our prize today?
Subway today.
A Subway. Call us at 872-2801. We'll give you about 30 seconds to give us a call. The line is still open. You can call us at 872-2801. What is the answer, Brent?
Which of these actors was not born in Ireland? Ryan Gosling was not born in Ireland. Gabriel Byrne was, Colin Farrell was, and Pierce Brosnan was.
Thank you, Brent.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome so much.
Service and Farmers National Company. To start with, I would like to remind you we are having a machinery consignment auction. That's going to be Saturday, April 2nd at the Custer County Fairgrounds. It starts at 9 a.m. If you can get your listings into Kim at the office before noon today, she can still get them on the flyer. After that, we will still take consignments, but they may not be on the flyer that's mailed out, but we can put them on the internet and also advertise them. But if you want them on the flyer, if you could get them to Kim before noon today, that would be great. And again, that's going to be Saturday, April 2nd, starting at 9 a.m. at the Custer County Fairgrounds. Going over to Farmers National side at 245 North 9th Avenue, we have a nice remodeled kitchen with breakfast bar, formal dining area, and informal dining space. Has a large master bedroom, bathroom addition that was added in 2015. Master bedroom has walk-in closet with neat barn door. Upstairs has 3 more bedrooms and a second bathroom. Lower level has a family room, office space, third bathroom, and lots of storage. Large attached double garage was also added in 2015. Cute open front porch, composite deck on the south side of the home. A lot of the windows have been replaced. Some are triple pane that have a warranty that will transfer to the new owner. Again, that's at 245 North 9th Avenue. At 719 South 10th Avenue, this one has open living and dining area, remodeled kitchen with neat backsplash, kitchen cabinets, and stainless steel appliances. Den on the main floor, 3 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms. Upstairs has 2 bedrooms with walk-in closets and storage bin seats. Master bedroom has a neat bay window and nice master bathroom. Lower level has a 3rd bedroom, full bathroom, family room, and extra storage. Newer windows, there's a gazebo in the backyard, double car garage, and that's at 719 South 10th Avenue. At 628 South 6th Avenue, this one has a large garage. It's a home with apartment upstairs. Kitchen has lots of cabinets, breakfast nook, and a large pantry. Open living, dining space, 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, main floor and lower level laundry. Full storage basement with other possibilities. Upstairs has its own entrance. Open loft area for kitchen and living and dining space. 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom upstairs. All appliances are staying with the home. Has new PEX PVC drains installed throughout. New instant natural gas water heater in 2019. Does have underground sprinklers. That's at 628 South 6th Avenue in Broken Bow. In Ansley, we do have a building. It was formerly used as the Ginny M. Melham Memorial Medical Building. The location is 706 Main Street, Ansley. It's 2250 square foot building. And like I said, it was last used as a medical clinic at 706 Main Street in Ansley. In Myrna, at 404 East Center Avenue, we have a newer listing. It has open living and dining space with lots of natural light. Galley kitchen with appliances staying. 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom on the main floor. Lower level has a master bedroom with large walk-in closet, family room, and second bathroom with laundry area. Large finished garage with tons of storage. It's an all-electric home, open front porch, located just outside of Myrna. This home has so much to offer at 404 East Center Avenue in Myrna. Also by Myrna, we have a home in the country at 43254 Dale Cemetery Road. Lots of room in this 1.5-story home with original woodwork and hardwood floors under the carpet. Formal dining space has neat open staircase and a pocket door leading into the living room. Living room also has a pocket door leading into the master bedroom. There's a back porch off of the kitchen, main floor laundry. There are 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom on the main floor, and upstairs has 4 more bedrooms. This property has a 54 by 84 Morton building with concrete floor and 14-foot tall garage doors. This home is sitting on 6.3 plus or minus acres, located a quarter mile off of Highway 2, and the address is 43254 Dale Cemetery Road. Remember, if you get your listings for the machinery consignment auction to Kim by noon today, we can still get them on the flyer. If you have any questions, please call our office. Thank you all for listening, and I hope you all have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. Appreciate it so much. Thanks for your business. Appreciate that. And happy St. Patty's Day to you. Brent.
Dave.
Our guest list should be fun today. We, of course, have Subway coming in as usual, but also on our list, Adams Land and Cattle Company coming in. So we're going to find out what they're up to as they go along. I know that they have some activities that they can talk to us about that I think folks will find interesting. And also commentary coming up paid for by Ray Hunt following the 8 o'clock weather and news here on The Breakfast Show. So that's all coming your way. What do you have for us over there that you'd like to maybe highlight at this time? Let me get you a little. Go ahead.
Hey, what better way to celebrate someone else's birthday than with savings for yourself? That's what's happening at Triple Blessed Boutique in Broken Bow. It's Jamie's birthday. Now, we won't say how old she is. But Thursday, today, through Saturday, you can get 3 winter sale items for $40. That's right, 40. Each day there will be a hidden $40 gift card in the store for one lucky shopper to find as well. So today through Saturday, it's birthday savings at Triple Blessed Boutique. Of course, you'll find them north side of the square in Broken Bow, or you can go online and shop tripleblessed.com.
125-110. Celtics hand the Warriors a 110-88 loss in San Francisco. Steph Curry for Golden State left in the second quarter with a leg injury, didn't return. Sixers down the Cavaliers 118-114. Suns over the Rockets 129-112.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, we'll have mostly cloudy skies with a slight chance for some rain. High temperatures reaching the lower 50s. Light breezy north and northeast winds. Then for tonight, any lingering showers ending early on, low of 25. For Friday, sunshine making a return with upper 50s for highs. And warming up for your Saturday, a high of 66 degrees. Still lots of sun. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Oil investments involve a high degree of risk and actual results may vary. Oil keeps going up as the Russia conflict escalates. Get in on the next major oil boom now and help the U.S. with your patriotic investment that can potentially pay you monthly income for up to 20 or more years. That's the sound of a producing oil well and the sound of a smart investment. If you're an SEC accredited investor, you can take advantage of Encore Energy's projects. The U.S. government needs your investment in oil and is allowing you to write off nearly 100% of your investment in the first year. Goldman Sachs is projecting oil to go up to $100 a barrel. Call 800-278-7455. Call now and learn how to deduct 100% of your investment and create 20 or more years of potential monthly income. Call 800-278-7455. You'll be calling directly to the home office of Encore Energy. That's 800-278-7455.
You know, I'm thinking, and this sometimes is a problem, but I'm wondering maybe when's the next your birthday coming up?
Well, it's a while. It would be February of next year.
Okay, a little less than a year then. I might get you some Mike Bites for your birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that'd be wonderful. Thanks, Dave.
39 under a cloudy sky. Winds are out of the north 10 to 20. Barometric pressure is at 30.00. Humidity at 78%. Our high yesterday, 68, an overnight low of 41. 28 hundredths precipitation measured so far this month. It is dry out there. Red flag up for all of our listening areas as far as fire danger goes, and we did hear of a reported grass fire this morning east of Callaway on the Callaway Road. So if you're traveling that road, they may still be fighting that fire, so be careful as you drive and be sure and pull over and let any rigs through that are going to and from that fire, and they could be coming from the Callaway direction or the Broken Bow direction. So just a heads up there for you. Coming up, we have Ray Hunt commentary, and a little later on, Adams Land and Cattle and Subway here in Broken Bow, Nebraska. Also have some tidbits of news for you this morning, along with some live reads that Brent will be presenting to you, as he so wonderfully does, as my good friend, my brother, my neighbor, and my co-host. He's going to be taking care of that this morning here on the show as well. Thank you, Brent.
Thank you, Dave.
This commentary is paid for by Ray Hunt. This program was not created in the KCNI KBBN studios and does not necessarily represent the views or policies of Custer County Broadcasting.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This audio from Braden with Langley Outdoors Academy is brought to you and paid for by Ray Hunt.
Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, for the episode of Bullet Points this morning, we are going to look at an article of the Washington Examiner. Now, the reason I'm bringing this to you this morning is because it highlights something really important around the pending Supreme Court case, the New York Rifle State versus Bruen, that case. What's really important, and by the way, if you're not familiar with it and one of the newer subscribers, it's linked in the description box below so you guys can get caught up. But for those of you who are familiar with it, you guys know that this could be a landmark case. But the reason why it's so important, and it's laid out really well in this article, is this is how we pull at the thread of the gun control sweater. Eventually, it will go away because they go too far in their infringements. Their virtue signaling desires and their utopian ideals completely conflict with the actual confines that the Second Amendment and the Constitution puts on them. And that's why we're winning. Slowly but surely, we are going to win this. But now, let's check this out. I want to show you what I'm talking about, what they're putting in the Washington Examiner, okay? So here's the article we're talking about. Supreme Court decision on New York gun permit law could lead to more cases. And that's what we said right when it was first initially introduced, right? This is a really big deal because it stacks right on top of Heller. It's like the public version of Heller, okay? The Supreme Court will soon make a decision in a case over whether New Yorkers have the right to carry concealed handguns in public for self-defense, which could prompt the High Court to examine other Second Amendment cases in the lower court pipeline, according to a high-profile lawyer representing plaintiffs in the Empire State. Now, that's the important piece, that second part. It could prompt the High Court to examine other Second Amendment cases. They're going to lay out these cases right now, what this could mean, because again, what the leftist gun controllers do is unconstitutional. The Constitution is there, the confines, to prevent them from superseding our rights, which are enshrined in the Bill of Rights. But they continue to nip and nibble at the edges, which is why they get caught, because again, their ideals and their virtue signaling overstep their bounds, which is why they get the little, that's what happens. All right. If the court sides with the plaintiffs, it is, quote, quite possible it could spur justices to tackle cases over restrictions on high-capacity magazines in California, New Jersey, and now Washington State. Clement said on Wednesday during a closed member briefing before the House Republican Future of American Freedoms Task Force and viewed by the Washington Examiner. Quote, it's quite possible that if we win in the New York carry case, that a bunch of these cases are being held by the Supreme Court, awaiting their decision will be sent back to the lower courts. But if the lower courts don't get the message this time around, then I think that they'll be the next issue up for the Supreme Court, Clement said. So essentially, what this guy is saying is there's a bunch of Supreme Court, or basically pending litigation, in the hopper, so to speak. If the Supreme Court comes down and says, hey, New York, you can't do this, they send all those other cases back to the lower courts and say, hey, we've made a ruling, do your thing. If they still, quote, don't get the message, it goes right back to the Supreme Court. That's the whole point. It's a power struggle, essentially. So if these leftist judges in some of these circuit areas and some of these districts say, no, it's still constitutional, and the Supreme Court goes, it's going to go right back again because the inferior courts are not listening. This is why it's so important to have a full Supreme Court and have the right president at the right time to appoint the right justices. Now, let's keep going. On Tuesday, the National Rifle Association's Institute for Legislative Action filed a petition to the Supreme Court challenging California's ban on magazines capable of holding more than 10 rounds. The petition mirrors a similar case challenged last year against New Jersey's magazine statute in a case still pending before the Supreme Court. So that's what this guy's talking about. This whole case has incredible implications for the last 15 years of gun control moves and energy. This is big, guys. Quote, whether the decision leaves an opening for New York to enact a revised proper cause standard or some different law would depend on how the decision is written. That's why this is so important. We need it to be in our favor and then written correctly, because if it's not written correctly, it's going to suck. Okay. Adding that if the court rules against the New York law, quote, the burden will likely be on the state to pass a new law that the state believes is consistent with a court's decision. Now, this is going to trickle down to every other gun control state. You've got Washington State, you've got California, you have Illinois, you have New York. All of these gun control states, Vermont, all of them will have to rewrite laws because they were all modeled after laws they saw in California and New York. See how incredibly important this web is to unweave. But slowly but surely, we're going to pull on that string, and that sweater is going to become nothing. And before you know it, they ain't going to have much to hang their hat on. That's what I've got for you guys this morning. Let me know what you think in the comments field below, and I will see you tonight at the 9 p.m. segment. I'm Braden. See you later.
Whether you're training for a marathon or spending all day on your feet, foot pain and poor gait mechanics can really drag you down. Pearson Physical Therapy is offering free stride and foot pain assessments on Saturday, March 19th from 8 a.m. to noon. See their full range of custom foot orthotics casted right there in the clinic and see how proper gait mechanics can help reduce your pain, improve your movement, balance, and so much more. That's the Pearson Physical Therapy Foot Pain and Stride Clinic, Saturday, March 19th from 8 a.m. to noon. Call 872-5800 to reserve your free 30-minute assessment with Pearson Physical Therapy.
Reap big bucks when you sow food plot seed mixes from Arrow Seed. Food plots help develop healthier wildlife populations by providing a high-quality, nutritious food source. Aeroseed offers a full line of perennial mixes, including Full Potential and Trophy Banquet. Crunch and Munch, Brassica Plus, Deer Delight, and Green Screen are annual food plot mixes. Mixes can be planted in the spring or fall. Plant some on your site and watch the buck grow. Stop by your local Aeroseed dealer, visit aeroseed.com, or like Aeroseed's Facebook page to learn more about food plots and how they can work for you.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. This just in. Brent was right. Doritos bags will now have 5 fewer chips.
Huh?
Yep.
I think they already do.
Thanks to inflation, Dorito bags will have 5 fewer chips. Frito-Lay admits they're pulling some shrinking, shrinkification they call it, by making each bag about a half gram lighter. That translates to about 5 fewer chips, and they figure it's better giving us less for the same price than jacking up the cost of the bag. That's their way of looking at it.
Yep.
And that's the
I
way
don't know.
it is.
I don't even know how to comment on that. But I've been saying that the chip bags, I mean, when you open them up, it's just like, where's the chips at? You buy this bag and then it's like 3/4 fill of air.
Well, that's the way it is, my friend.
At least they're honest about it, I guess.
Yeah, they're at least being open and on the table with it. Do you think Freddie Schumacher is Irish?
I don't know. What do you think? You know Freddie better than I do. You think he's Irish?
I think he's more English.
Yeah?
Like, England, maybe even Germany. I'm not sure. Europe, for sure.
I do know this. I think he and the folks at Sylvester's do like to celebrate St. Patty's Day.
Oh, boy, do they ever.
And they'll be celebrating today. So come on out and enjoy green beer, it says, with complimentary mulligan stew.
Mulligan stew.
While it lasts, though.
Limited supply.
There you go. Yep. So that'll be at Sylvester's today for St. Patty's Day. And then tomorrow they're bringing in the band Innocence. And they'll be on the stage starting at 9 o'clock tomorrow night. They play a little bit of everything. There's not going to be any cover charge tomorrow night. So come on out, have a good time today for St. Patty's Day and tomorrow to enjoy the music of the Innocents. It's all happening on East Highway 2, Broken Bow at the Quiet Little Place. That rocks! Sylvester's in Broken Bow.
Ah, yes, Carole King. Every day will be like a holiday, like this one, St. Patty's Day.
Dave and Brent.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
On KCNI KBBN Radio.
Geared for Sports on the west side of the square in Broken Bow is there for you when you're gearing up for your sports endeavors. They have you covered for spring and summer and from head to toe if you need it for track, baseball, or softball. Don't see what you're searching for? Make sure you talk to Scott. He'll do what he can to get it for you. Geared for Sports, always ready to go the extra distance for their customers. West side of the square in Broken Bow.
Here at Bruning Bank, our roots run deep in Nebraska agriculture, and we are proud to work with farmers and ranchers every day to grow and improve their operations. In honor of National Ag Month, we want to recognize all those who work in the ag industry and say thank you. These past few years have not been easy, and you have shown your resilience and dedication to your land, crops, and livestock productions. Bruning Bank is proud to support your operation by providing you with all the financial services you need, from checking to loans to useful business technologies. Bruning Bank, build, grow, thrive, member FDIC.
And we should note, by the way, that Jim Scott with Bruning Bank won the 50-50 pot the other night at the Chamber banquet.
He did, yeah.
We should also note that he was kind enough then to get into the auction and spend a good share of that money back and invested in the Chamber. So thank you, Jim. Appreciate that very much. I'm buttering Jim up a little bit.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, going to talk to him about a loan, are you?
No. Well, I might need to do that after yesterday, but he's a fisherman. We have common desires in fishing.
Oh, okay, yes. I know where you're going now.
And, he made an offer the other night that I couldn't refuse.
Yeah, good.
Speaking of the Godfather.
Uh-huh.
Custer County Quiz Bowl is coming up the 30th of this month.
Good, yeah. They were able to reschedule it.
Right on. We're glad because it highlights the academic side of things at our schools, and this is the Custer County Quiz Bowl, and usually we'll get a school even outside of Custer County, either Cozad or Gothenburg, so it's always good to have those folks up, and this will all be sponsored on the 30th of this month by the Broken Bow Library, Custer Public Power District, Palmer Monument, Chapin's Furniture, Custer Federal State Bank, Trotter's Service, and Trotter's Woe and Go locations, BD in Broken Bow, WinQuest Incorporated, Broken Bow Legends Neighborhood Grill, Broken Bow Chiropractic, Mid-Plains Community College, Nebraska State Bank, Square M Accounting, the Grocery Cart, and Central Nebraska Medical Clinic are all making the broadcast possible, and that will be on Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitter as well as on the radio, so you can listen to it while you're working, or if you are able to, you can sit down and watch the kids compete on the 30th. They usually start pretty good time in the morning at the middle school auditorium. You can go watch. There's no charge for it. It's a lot of fun to watch. You have to be kind of quiet, though.
Yes. Yep.
No chit-chatting during the questions.
Yeah, you can't just shout out the answer from the stage or from the stands. Yeah.
Well, you can, but you'll be escorted out.
Right. And there's chances are you probably shout the wrong answer anyway, so you don't want to do that.
99% chance most of us wouldn't get it right.
All right, now I have a question here.
Yes.
All right, as you've been playing this music through the course of the morning, I don't know, are you struggling like me? Do you have any idea how hard it is for me to not break into just a terrible Irish accent as I read things while you have this music going on? I mean, I'm trying to read it straight, but I mean, it's just very hard to not all of a sudden start breaking into some kind of terrible accent.
That's the very reason I'm trying not to do it. If I go in and record a commercial and practice and do it over and over again, actually the last Irish commercial I did, I listened to an example of how they say their R's and different things. And it worked pretty good. But just to go into it, next thing you know, I might be playing, like doing Boris Karloff for Halloween instead. But it does get into your heart. This is a very happy music, and it does make you want to kind of skip another extra step there in the morning on this St. Patrick's Day. Makes me want to go to Dingle and sit along the ocean there and along the Atlantic and watch the boats go by. We can make things green our own way through Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley, America. Chaz is ready to go. Get ready. They have the greenhouses growing and going. Plus, they have a chance for you to maybe take in a class or two.
That's right. If you're into succulents, they have some classes coming up for that. And the first one will be this Sunday, March 20th from 3 to 5 in the afternoon. And then they'll do it again Monday, March 21st from 7 to 9 in the evening. Now, the class will include everything you need to put your succulents together. However, there is limited space, so you need to reserve your spot now. And you can do it by calling or texting this number, 308-325-7070. You can also go to their Facebook page and message them there. Again, the phone number is 308-325-7070. Also, once we get into April, it's going to be all about hanging baskets on April 10th and 11th, so stay tuned. We'll have more information on that as the days approach. Opening day for Sun Valley Landscaping will be April 15th, so mark that on your calendar. They can't wait to see you at Sun Valley Landscaping in Ansley.
We're having so much fun at Bo Bootery right now. Want to know why? We're starting to get out some amazing spring styles to put on our shelves. Spring will be here in no time, the season of color and fun. Stop in and see us in the fun spring styles at Bo Bootery. Maybe it will make warm weather stick around. Who knows? Bo Bootery, your home-owned shoe store on the square in Broken Bow.
The Fred Ranch of Rose, Nebraska invites you to their annual registered Charolais Bull and Heifer Sale, Monday the 21st at 1 o'clock at Burwell Livestock Market. 18-month and yearling bulls, then 14 heifers will sell, boasting some of the top leading Charolais breeding lines in the nation. See a catalog and videos at fredranch.com and dvauction.com. Viewing is available Sunday at Burwell Livestock Market. The sale starts Monday the 21st at 1. Questions? Call 402-760-0891.
Gearheads and speedsters, listen up. KCNI, KBBN Radio, is sending one winner to a supercar track experience. You'll get behind the wheel of a real supercar and drive laps with no speed limit holding you back. Of course, a brief classroom session with pro instruction is first, but then the track is yours. Your choice of a Lamborghini, Porsche, Ferrari, or Mustang awaits, but you have to enter to win first. Registration starts March 21st for the Extreme Experience giveaway from KCNI and KBBN Radio.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. This just in.
Oh, breaking news?
NFL teams are trying to change overtime rules.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I kind of knew this was coming.
Some NFL teams are not satisfied with those dumb overtime rules that they're pitching some big changes. They want some changes.
Oh.
Tennessee wants to include a 2-point conversion to determine an overtime winner. Indy and Philly are proposing that both teams must have an opportunity to possess the ball in overtime. And right now, the regular season overtime ends with an offensive touchdown. Yes, even if the team on defense never gets to touch the ball.
Yes.
So they're talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, I think it's time to make some changes. I think that I think it'd be great to come up with something where each team is guaranteed to touch the football in overtime. Especially when you think back to the playoff game between Kansas City and Buffalo. I mean, just one of the best games maybe ever played in the NFL, certainly in the playoffs. And then to watch it end with Buffalo never getting a chance to even touch the ball offensively in overtime. You just kind of felt like the game wasn't truly complete. So we'll see what happens. But, yeah, I think certainly some changes are coming with the overtime rules.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Sports Guy.
Well, thank you.
We have guests coming in from Adams Land and Cattle next. It is 8:33. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on this St. Patrick's Day. And boy, oh boy, do we have a bright green sweater in the house here. Liz Babcock is here from Adams Land and Cattle. How you doing, Liz?
Good. How are you?
We're good. We're good. Good to have you in. You brought a guest with you as well.
Yeah, we've got Daryl with us, Daryl Schulke.
And Daryl, how are you today?
Not too bad.
Good.
Good morning, Dave.
Good to see you. So where do you want to start, Liz? We have a couple things we want to cover here, so let's just jump right in.
Yeah, well, thank you for having us, and happy St. Patrick's Day. I got to wear the green. It's the one day of year redheads are popular, so we've got to just go with it.
Oh, I disagree. I think the redheads are popular each and every day, but it looks great. Green, the green shirt and the beautiful red hair on St. Patrick's Day.
Yes,
it looks nice.
Well, Daryl and I wanted to stop by and talk about a few things. Daryl's been with the company. One thing I wanted to share with you, he's been with Adams Land and Cattle since 1983. So,
wow,
yeah,
that's outstanding, Daryl. 1983. Now, for guys our age, I think we're probably somewhere close to the same age. You're probably a little younger. You'd think that's not that long ago, and then you start adding up the numbers. That's quite a while.
Yeah, time flies.
It sure does.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah.
And Daryl, I'll let you talk about your positions, but that's why I wanted to bring him here. Obviously, Adams is hiring, just like everybody else seems to be right now. And so I wanted to share with your listeners just a highlight of some of the positions, let him speak about it. Daryl oversees our mechanic shop. So in addition to his positions, we do have some equipment operation positions, whether that's a feed truck driver, loader operator, or a typical heavy equipment operator position. We have our project coordinator role open. And then we have our positions in our cattle ops. And so that would be like a cattle floater, and a cattle ops technician and a mill assistant. So I'll let him speak to it. But just a reminder, as everyone's hearing about these positions, think about your friends, your neighbors, your grandkids, children, because we have that community referral program.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you know somebody, you just contact us through our website. And if they are hired, you get a steak bundle. If they're with us for a year, you get $500, and there's no limit to that.
That's a good deal. That's a real good deal. If you're just tuning in, Adams Land and Cattle is our guest, and Liz Babcock is here. And we have Daryl Schulke with us, who has been with Adams Land and Cattle, Liz just told us, since
1983.
83. Pull that mic just a little closer, if you would. I want to hear every word you have to say here. Can we start with a little history lesson here? How much things have changed since the 80s to 2020 on your end of things?
Yeah, when I started, like the company, it was like a small family farm. We did everything. And obviously through the years, as things changed and the company grew, we all had to find, the employees there, we all had to find things that we were passionate about and enjoyed. And that helped, transform the company what it is today. And then from the equipment side, that's, that I deal with a lot is, the things that's really changed is the technology.
Yeah.
As you know, there's a lot of computers that operate equipment now, and from our end, from mechanics, it's the diagnostics of it. And from the mechanics side, that's sometimes half of the work you've got to try to accomplish and diagnose. And, the other half is still the mechanical part of it. So probably the other thing that changed a lot from the equipment side is it's called diesel exhaust fluid. It's the emissions. And that has, changed the way we operate our equipment and, maintain them.
Yeah.
So,
well, I like what you said, because a lot of us, we used to work on our own automobiles or trucks or pickups. So I think people out there can kind of relate. I could change a carburetor and maybe you put in a new set of points and that sort of thing, and you had no diagnostics really whatsoever other than a timing light. and now half of it's computerized, a look into things, and then you still have to do the mechanic work, as you said. So you really had to learn a whole new way of doing things, plus keep what you already knew, right?
Yes. Yeah, each company has their own diagnostic software, and you have the choice to purchase that or not purchase it. And obviously, if you purchase, then you got to learn, get the skills to learn how to use it, and then once that diagnostic's done, then understand how to get that repair done and get that machine back in service again.
Darrell, what are some of the pieces of equipment that you maintain?
Well, Caterpillar and John Deere are our main vendors that we use. All of our heavy equipment is, when I speak of that, it's loaders, trucks, skid steers, that type stuff is mainly Caterpillar. Most of our tractors and farming equipment or anything we pull equipment with is usually a John Deere tractor. Them are our two main vendors. They do a very, very good job, not only servicing us, but keeping us in supplies. And, it's just that daily maintenance of things, asking questions and giving us advice.
Yeah.
But correct me if I'm wrong, your mechanics, I mean, the equipment they service range from automobiles up to the...
Yeah. No, good
Lords.
point. Good point, Liz. We have a large range of equipment from lawnmowers to dirt movers.
Okay.
So in the midst of all that equipment, our three main pieces of equipment in there are obviously feed trucks. We feed cattle, obviously, and then they are mainly a Kenworth truck. And then we use Caterpillar equipment and John Deere equipment. Them are the main ones we service. But Liz brought up a good point. We do have a vast amount of equipment, and it ranges from lawnmowers to dirt movers. So.
Which is harder to start, the lawnmower?
Yeah. Well,
but I was going to make a joke earlier about, I bet you use, your tools are bigger than most people's, but not, because you start all the way from small up to big. So the shop's got to be pretty amazing with the tools and all the different things you have to have.
Yeah. You got to have very versatile. You got to have a variety of tools and skills to go along with all that. So, but we performed, we've got a team of people that perform the preventive maintenance. So they focus on oil changes and filters and lubricants. Basically, they grease the equipment, etc. And then we have a parts team that take care of all the parts.
Wow.
Their job is to make sure we have our daily parts so we can keep going. Plus, all the challenging parts. If something happens, if there's a breakdown, they have to search. Sometimes you got to search the nation to find it. And they obviously help with a lot of our scheduling of our equipment to get the repairs and maintenance done. So they've got a real busy task. And it takes up to 3 mechanics to get our daily work done. So that's our team of people that takes to take care of all this equipment.
Darrell, have you had challenges with parts, with everything that's going on?
Yeah, good question. As you hear across the country, when the pandemic started, there was different disruptions in the supply chain, and we still have that issue today. And it's sometime a part that you don't even think of that. It'll just surface one day, that whether it's one you keep in inventory or one that's something that breaks down and you need it, like yesterday.
Yeah.
And sometimes that backlog can be a couple weeks before you get it. But fortunately, we got a really good parts team that's out looking at that stuff and they do a real good job keeping our inventory where it needs to be. But we still run into that issue every once in a while.
It sounds like the word team is used a lot, and I think pride comes into what you're talking about here today. There's days, I'm sure, that are tougher than others when something breaks down or when you don't have a part and that sort of thing. But teamwork, and then it sounds like you're pretty proud of your team and what you guys can do.
Yeah, we feed cattle 7 days a week, so obviously our equipment's got to run 7 days a week. Yeah. So. No, we've got a fantastic team of people that are dedicated to making that happen. And, you got to come to work every morning thinking, well, the challenges that can happen. And obviously, after you experience them enough, they repeat themselves sometimes. So, history is a big benefit here. So.
Yeah, you've seen it before every once in a while. That helps, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What did you think when you started back in 1983 about, I'm going to do this job for a little while and maybe I'll go do something else? Or what were your thoughts when you started? Was it something you thought you'd be at a long time?
Well, people ask me that question quite often, how did I make a career out of this? Yeah. So I grew up on a small family farm in northeast South Dakota, and went to college, and after I had some other aspirations, and after you tried a couple of different jobs, you realize agriculture is where I wanted to be. Mm-hmm. So I was searching for a job that was in agriculture, and I come across Adams, and I gave it a try, and it just ended up a really good fit for me. And lucky enough, through all the years, I was able to do a lot of different jobs in our operations side, mainly into the operations of whether it was cattle or farming or mechanical, and it has been really challenging but very rewarding at the same time to go through all the changes and growth in the industry and the company.
Yeah, and it speaks well for a company when you have employees that have been around a long time. That's usually a good indication that it's something that other people might want to look at, and we're going to talk with Liz about that a little bit further. But we really enjoy having you in. You're welcome back anytime. You could tell us mechanic stories, which I think are fascinating.
Yeah.
How did you fix that? What broke it, and then how did you fix it? That's got to be your job every day, right?
Yeah, no, it's every day something's happening, and it's something new every day.
Good.
And like I say, some things are repeat, but it's something that's got to happen every day to make the operation run.
Yeah. Well, I think it's at this point in life, I think it's fascinating that you can remember what happened last time, because I'm having trouble with that. Yesterday is a blur to me.
Yeah. No, I'm very fortunate to work with a really good team of people that can remember things and remind me a lot.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's, with everything that happens with computer technology and everything, documenting those situations probably is something that's part of your routine as well.
Yeah, over the years, that's a good point. When we first started, obviously, it was a lot of pencil and paper.
Right.
And it was just interesting how it changed over time, and the type of people and their skill level it takes to just take care of the documentation and the information. And we've got some very, very good people that can take that information and bring it back to us in form of an analysis, and they give us direction that way. And that's probably one of the greatest things that changed on our equipment side, and having somebody that can kind of guide and direct you as far as what's working and what isn't from the information that we give them.
All right, Daryl, thanks a lot. A good story. Come back and see us, all right?
Okay.
Daryl Schulke, our guest, and 1983. Have you ever made the same mistake that some of us make when we're somewhere around the same age? We ask somebody when they were born, like Liz, and then you realize, well, I was working 15 or 20 years before she was born.
Well, funny story, the only reason why I remember what year he started was that was the year I was born.
There you go.
That's the way it goes, Daryl.
Yeah.
We're a good pair that way.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Well, and before we leave, I just want to make sure Daryl can just mention he is hiring two roles in his team, a mechanic role and then a preventive team lead role. Both are great positions. So if you know anybody or you yourself are looking at if you have mechanical skills, there's he actually has two mechanic positions. And then add in at any point, and then preventive maintenance team lead, which is a brand new position we created.
Yeah, to Liz's points, there's we're looking for two more mechanics at this point here, and I kind of described the equipment that we work on and the skill set. It's a wide range, so it doesn't have to be any one certain person or skill set. So we are trying to fill that, and the hours for that position is those two positions, I should say. Usually each morning we start around 6:45, and the day ends, approximately at 5 o'clock, and generally what we try to do is, we have to cover weekends, obviously, and we try to work one Saturday a month. A mechanic would have to
rotate.
Yes, they rotate out, and then on team lead, what Liz just described for the preventive maintenance, we just expanded that from 1 to 3 people, And we have 2 positions filled currently, and we're looking for a team leader for that positions yet. And again, those positions, they are preventive maintenance. They change the oil and filters and lubricants in our equipment. And we've added a new wash barn we've updated here, and they will probably be managing that at the same time. So we're looking for somebody to help take care of all those areas and operations.
I don't know how much time you have. We're okay on time here, but I'm curious how, in your mind, Darrell, how important is education in these areas? Places like Mid-Plains Community College, diesel schools, mechanic schools, and so forth. I would imagine it's a pretty important part, the kind of people you're looking for, I would think.
Yeah, Liz can probably speak to that. She researches that part. Yeah, but it is very important to find those young people that are interested in our trade, and they've gotten their education to, to support that when they do start into their career.
Or an entry level and work your way through, I imagine.
Yeah, and we really would love to open the doors to conversation with our local high school students and their parents, because if they're interested in mechanics, we'd love to talk to them, because we've talked about sponsoring their tuition through a diesel program, through whether that's Central Community College, Mid-Plains, or Southeast Community College, because they have a short, 1 to 2 year program. And for that, and how competitive the mechanic market is right now, I want to tell my children to become mechanics, because there's a shortage and wages are competitive. So if you are interested in just even learning how we can be competitive with wages and benefits, just give us a call.
Okay. Kind of mechanics and nurses, I guess.
100%, yes.
Yeah.
And welders.
Yeah, and welders, exactly. And HVAC guys. And,
yes.
Hands-on sort of things we need people for in all walks of life.
Yeah, and I mentioned the community referral, so remember that if you want to apply, have your husband or wife, refer you, and but also there's a $5,000 hiring bonus for the individual that is hired on as a mechanic, which is amazing. We have day one benefits. You can learn all that on our website, adamslandandcattle.com, and just feel free to give us a call and we can walk through the positions with you.
All right, and again, that referral program's been pretty successful. I think people have used that. And you never know when you start something how it's going to go, but I know at the Economic Development meeting I heard you say that it's worked pretty well.
Yes, we've had several that have been hired because of it, and we have had several just apply or weekly or refer somebody. So be sure to check out those positions. You do have to refer them before they apply. And what's better than steaks and $500 to
It's hard to beat that.
Motivate you.
Yeah. Okay, you got some things coming up you want to highlight. I know it's spring, so you've got that on your mind.
Yes, I think all of us are. I heard people itching to get into the ground and start planting already, but we've gotten calls and compost days have been set. So mark it on your calendar. We're doing May 14th, 15th, and 21st. And if you're unfamiliar with that, we started that a few years ago, where we provide our compost that is wonderful for your soil and your gardens. And we go out there and we help you shovel it into buckets and into containers. And it's amazing the pictures of the plants that we have gotten from individuals that said how much it's helped their gardens.
Yeah, and as you know, Liz, I took advantage of that last year and had a trailer out there, and you guys started putting it in buckets, and then you said, how much do you need? And then I mentioned I was going to do the whole garden. You said, go down there and see, go down there and where they can load it onto your trailer. Are you going to do that again?
Yeah, I want to say we don't want to fill a dump truck with compost, but yes,
just a small trailer.
Yes, but a small trailer. Of course, and if you don't know, Dave Zuha is our green originator, and he is the guy that helps us make that compost program go. He works with all of our farmers for that piece of it, but he works so hard to do this for the community. So he runs down with his tractor and helps fill it up for people. So we will have that. I would say just keep an eye on our Facebook or our website, and I'll have the details of the hours on there.
All right. Well, the downside is Dave's always fun to visit with, but the line is sometimes kind of long, so you can't always just visit with Dave like you normally would.
Okay.
You kind of move along. So.
I'll keep that in mind.
But it is great, and it is wonderful for the soil. And for those out there who haven't used it before, there's very little odor to it because it's been composted down. It just goes right into the soil and enriches it right away.
Yeah, people are always shocked that it's odorless, that it's just really easy to work into the soil, and we can help walk you through best ways to do that, how much to apply, and we have information. And if you have a Broken Bow third grader, you'll actually be getting some seed packets soon with a save the date, because we've got our third grade tour and presentation coming up. Sandhills Elementary is coming to the lot just in a few minutes for a tour. And then we are hard at work planning our youth animal quality assurance training that we've started. This is almost our 10th year, so our area youth, and we're able to have it back in person this year, so we're pretty excited.
Yeah, that's great.
Yes.
Have it like you really want to have it. So,
right.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? We cover everything you want to talk about?
Well, I could stay here for a day, but I'm sure nobody wants to hear me.
I think we would.
I think Daryl did an amazing job speaking through his positions in his area, and I encourage everybody just to give us a call or check out our website, Adams Land and Cattle, if you want to see if there's possibly a career for you or somebody you know.
All right.
Liz, before we let you go, are there other areas right now where you have positions open? I know we focused in on the mechanic department, but...
No, I'm glad you said that. We do have a variety of positions. They're primarily in our operations, but we do have our maintenance, welding positions. We have our project coordinator, which is a cool position. It kind of coordinates our construction and our projects. And then we have our equipment operation positions to our cattle operations. So definitely just check it out. We adamslandandcattle.com, and I'll walk through those positions for you.
Okay.
Well, you've said it before, Liz. There's so much more. I know you drive by and you see cattle being fed, and you don't think about all the different departments it takes and all the different technologies and expertise to make those cattle happy every day, right, Daryl? Like you say, 7 days a week. It takes a crew, but the technology and the different jobs are vast.
Yes, and that's why I love bringing somebody like Daryl, and I hope to bring supervisors about every other month just to share that, because they can speak better to me at just how complex and how diverse our areas are out there.
All right. Happy St. Patrick's Day, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for coming in. Adams Land and Cattle. And they're going to come back in here off and on with different department heads, which is going to be a lot of fun. Stay tuned. We'll take this break and continue with the show.
Some secrets just can't be kept. This weekend at the Secret Garden, save 15% off anything green. This is the last weekend you'll be able to save 15% on your spring plants. You can even prepay now and pick up in May when they arrive. John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Located 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north, The Secret Garden, open Friday 11:30 to 4:30 and Saturday 8:30 to 4:30.
Purple Wave. We sell big, dirty, greasy things. Get the equipment you need now on purplewave.com. Hundreds of items sell each week. All items guaranteed to the highest bidder, regardless of the price. Bid now on farm equipment, construction equipment, vehicles, and more. purplewave.com. Straight, simple, sold.
Happy St. Patrick's Day week from Square One Boutique inside Chapin's Furniture on the Square in Broken Bow. They're celebrating the Irish holiday with an extra 17% markdown on winter items in the boutique. That's right, an extra 17% off already amazing winter markdowns. Wear these styles right now with remaining cold weather, or save them for the next year. Square One Boutique inside Chapin's on the south side of the Square, Broken Bow.
Lucky, lucky, lucky me, I'm a lucky son of a gun.
8:57 is your time. It is Thursday, and it is the third Thursday of the month. It's St. Patrick's Day. And in Cozad, they always have a party on the third Thursday at Rustic and Red. I would imagine today's is going to be extra special.
Yeah, to celebrate, they're taking 25% off anything green. The store will be open from 10 until 7 today, and during the sipping part of Sip and Shop on this third Thursday, they'll have margaritas today. They're green, they say. Don't judge. Chips and guacamole. Green chili salsa. You can tell they're getting into the season of St. Patrick's Day. Also, Lucky Charms snack mix to enjoy as well. The sipping part will start at 4 o'clock today with specials running all day. So join them today for their March Sip and Shop at Rustic and Red in downtown Cozad. And don't forget, today, 25% off anything green.
Today is a celebration, and there's a celebration that's been going on now for 105 years at least at Muddy Creek Celebration in Ansley, Nebraska. They received an award at the chamber banquet the other night. I think I'm right. It's over 100 years, 105, I believe. And they want to keep it going. And they're kind of getting, I guess, some struggles on getting this going again this summer. COVID and everything that took place kind of slowed things down for the Muddy Creek Celebration in Ansley, and they like to get it going again. Do you have information on that, Brent?
Yeah, it takes people to make it go, and so there will be a meeting on Monday, March 28th at 7 o'clock in the Ansley High School boardroom. If you can help in any way, they encourage you to please come. 135 years of this fun celebration is not enough. Woo. Please help it continue by attending this meeting. If you want to help but unable to attend, just contact Andy Gibbons at 308-763-1193. They realize everyone's schedules are busy, but many hands will make less work for everyone. So let's keep this fun tradition going for the community of Ansley with the Muddy Creek Celebration. Again, there will be kind of a planning meeting on Monday, March 28th at 7 o'clock. And again, it will be in the Ansley High School boardroom. Again, that's Monday, March 28th at 7 p.m.
135 years?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Well, Andy's 100. He's been to 100 of
yeah,
those
I don't know
celebrations.
how many Andy has helped with. That'd be a good question.
I think 100.
Yeah, that could be.
So I was thinking he only missed 5 years, but he missed 35 years.
Yeah.
That's amazing. 135 years.
Yeah.
That is something. So get together and have it again. Volunteers are needed for the Muddy Creek Celebration coming up this summer. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. Russian forces staged deadly strikes on apartment buildings in Kyiv overnight as survivors begin to emerge from a theater in Mariupol, where hundreds sought shelter. CBS's Imtiaz Tyab.
Clearly marked for bombers to see. It's now in ruins, and the loss of life still unclear. Russia denies bombing the building, blaming instead a Ukrainian neo-Nazi group for blowing it up, but offer no proof.
A local governor says at least 53 people have been killed in Chernihiv over the past day. CBS's Charlie D'Agata spoke to a man whose wife and 2 children were killed in Irpin while he was away taking care of his sick mother.
I told my wife, I'm sorry I couldn't be there to protect you. But she said, don't worry. We'll get through it. Everything will be good.
The New York Times, citing American intelligence, reports almost 7,000 Russian troops have been killed as the war in Ukraine enters its 4th week. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Ralph Irvin.
The Freddie Freeman sweepstakes are over, and he is going home to Southern California, where he grew up, joining the Dodgers. 6 years, $162 million deal. Meanwhile, Chris Bryant also headed to the National League West. He will go to Colorado on a 7-year deal worth $182 million. NCAA tournament wrapped up the first 4 with 2 games Wednesday night. In the second, Notre Dame needed double overtime before beating Rutgers 89-87. The Irish will be the 11th seed in the West and will face Alabama on Friday. Earlier in the night, Wright State dropped Bryant 93-82. The Raiders will be the 16th seed in the East and will play Arizona. The first full day tips off at noon Eastern today. NCAA tournament action on the NBA hardwood. Giannis, 36 points. Milwaukee beat Sacramento 135-126.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, we'll have mostly cloudy skies with a slight chance for some rain. High temperatures reaching the lower 50s. Light breezy north and northeast winds. Then for tonight, any lingering showers ending early on, low of 25. For Friday, sunshine making a return with upper 50s for highs, and warming up for your Saturday, a high of 66 degrees, still lots of sun. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Hovering between 39 and 40 under a cloudy sky. Winds out of the north at 10 to 20. We should see gusts today, as you heard, up to around 40 miles per hour. So, again, that danger of fire very, very high. We've had a grass fire reported already this morning east of Callaway on the Callaway Road. Barometric pressure back on the rise now after falling. It's now at 30.01, humidity at 65%. And again, high yesterday was 68, currently 39 under a cloudy sky. Let's talk about Roxanne right after these words on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Oil investments involve a high degree of risk and actual results may vary. Oil keeps going up as the Russia conflict escalates. Get in on the next major oil boom now and help the U.S. with your patriotic investment that can potentially pay you monthly income for up to 20 or more years. That's the sound of a producing oil well and the sound of a smart investment. If you're an SEC accredited investor, you can take advantage of Encore Energy's projects. The U.S. government needs your investment in oil and is allowing you to write off nearly 100% of your investment in the first year. Goldman Sachs is projecting oil to go up to $100 a barrel. Call 800-278-7455. Call now and learn how to deduct 100% of your investment and create 20 or more years of potential monthly income. Call 800-278-7455. You'll be calling directly to the home office of Encore Energy. That's 800-278-7455.
This just in from Andy Gibbons, says here in the chat box, wow, Dave, I know I look old, but I didn't realize I looked that old. Well, he should know this, but he's got leprechaun in him.
Oh, he does?
He's part leprechaun.
Oh.
That's how you can be around for 100 years and still look like you're, in your 30s.
Yeah.
So that's the answer there, Andy. Now, the answer to your problems when you're in a conversation and you cannot hear it properly, or you're in a room where you want to kind of separate sounds, can be frustrating, and it actually can kind of degrade your quality of life. I don't know why we continue to sometimes think about getting our hearing checked as compared to getting your eyes checked or having your health check every year. It should all be a part of it. And we have an expert right here in Custer County and Broken Bow that can take care of that for you and make sure you're hearing properly.
That's right. And that expert is Roxanne with the Nebraska Land Hearing Center. A hearing instrument specialist with over 30 years of experience. Do you struggle with your hearing and or worry about missing out on conversations with family and friends at gatherings? If so, stop in to see Roxanne, offering some great things right now, including free hearing evaluation and free office calls, free extended warranties on new hearing aids, and extended discounts for just buying local. There's no need to go outside of Custer County because Roxanne sells the top technology available in the world. To make an appointment, call her at 308-384-3852. Want to stress the number, 308-384-3852. You'll find the Nebraska Land Hearing Center, downtown Broken Bow, located in the Broken Bow Chamber Building.
Brandon Dave with you on this St. Patrick's Day. I'm hoping next year that Freddie Schumacher will rent the inflatable Irish pub.
Yeah, you read about this yesterday.
Yeah. 30 feet by 30 feet. You can put 80 people in it, and it has a fireplace and stone and the gabled roof, and just like a pub in Ireland. I can tell you by being in Ireland that not all pubs are just like that. There's some.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Yeah. I'll leave it up to Freddie on that one.
All right. And we kind of discovered it's kind of like a bounce around too, right?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes, you blow it up.
Yeah, wow.
Boy, oh boy, because of your Ukraine situation and St. Patrick's Day and all the different things going on, it's kind of under the radar, but in Japan, about 2 million households spent the night in the dark after a terrifying 3.3 magnitude earthquake rattled the northern part of the country yesterday. And plenty of damage. They don't really know when they're going to get the power back on. It's the same region where the massive earthquake triggered a deadly tsunami in 2011. So that's news today that's a little bit under the radar. That was really great to have Adams Land and Cattle in. Liz Babcock, of course, she heads up things there as far as the promotions and PR and different things. She's also been working on several committees to help the community. She mentioned some of those, and she's also working with people for a school for the kids, a place for the kids to go up at the old Custer School. And I didn't think we had enough time to talk about that because I figured we'd want to dive into that separately sometime. But thank you, Liz, for doing that. And, of course, Daryl Schulke, that was a great story. Since 1983, things have changed a lot, but it sounds like Daryl has quite a history and quite a good crew and looking for more workers. Now, there's also another good business here in the area, been in business 5 years and doing well and growing and going, and it's Custer Electric and Irrigation just out here on West Highway 2. And they need some qualified help as well.
Yeah, they're hiring, looking for the ideal candidate, which would have experience in some of the following: irrigation, electrical, welding, fabrication, mechanic, diesel knowledge, or a CDL. Experience is preferred, but it's not necessary. We'll train the right candidate. Pay will be based upon work ethic and experience. It is a full-time position. So come be a part of their team, Custer Electric and Irrigation, where you can experience the difference. Call Lance today if you're interested, 880-1507, 880-1507 for Custer Electric and Irrigation. And once again, we remind you that as we talk about these job opportunities on The Breakfast Show, we post them for you on sandhillsexpress.com. Just go to the employment page, and you can take a look at all of the details.
9:14 is your time. Thank you very much, Brent. Well, we are in America, period, and right here in Nebraska, seeing, a change over the years. More and more people from other places living in America and living here in Nebraska. And Lexington, Nebraska is a good model of that because they have people who come to work there from all over the world. And they're having a migration festival coming up at Lexington in the near future, and that's pretty cool.
The Lexington Area Chamber of Commerce invites you to join them for the Platte River Beer, Wine, and Spirits Migration Festival presented by the Lexington Area Chamber of Commerce. This is coming up on Saturday, March 26th from noon until 5, and the location will be Max Creek Winery and Brewery. Participating in the event will be Max Creek, also Canyon Lakes Brewing Company of Johnson Lake, Kincaidor Brewery and Sideshow Spirits, Upper Room Brewery of Kearney as well. Sam Q Barbecue and Madeline's Cafe and Bakery will have food and desserts available for purchase during the event, and you'll also be able to enjoy some live music from Formerly 3 throughout the day. Tickets are just $20, and they can be purchased online at Eventbrite or through the Chamber of Commerce Facebook page and at the door. Event sponsors include the Lexington Regional Health Center, Plant Valley Auto, Lexington Tourism, and Heartland Chevrolet Buick. Again, this is set for Saturday, March 26th from noon to 5 at Max Creek Winery and Brewery in Lexington.
I mean, really, if there wasn't migration from different parts of the world, such as France and Germany and all the different places that bring different ethnic recipes with them, especially in the wine area. I mean, would we have French wine here in the States if we didn't have French?
I guess not.
Would we have Italian wines that are a little bit different than French if we didn't have Italians?
Probably not.
Would we have green beer on St. Patrick's Day if it wasn't for the Irish?
Probably not. Well, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, that's debatable.
Yeah,
There'd be beer.
I was just going to say, I have a feeling somebody would have come up with that idea.
More jobs available, ladies and gentlemen, this time around. Now, this is one I cannot apply for because there are some qualification guidelines that Brent's going to mention here, but I know most of you out there could apply for it. You wouldn't have any problem with it. It's at the Custer County Judicial Branch. Take a listen.
Yeah, well, one of the things they say is you must have a clean record. Is that what takes you out?
Darn it.
Custer County District Court Office is looking to fill an office administrative position. Qualified candidate must have basic computer skills, a clean record, and high-quality customer service skills. It is a full-time position. Hours would be Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Health benefits, vacation, sick leave, retirement package, competitive wage. If interested, send your resume to District Court. Attention, Amy Oxford. The address is 604 Heritage Drive, Broken Bow, 68822. If you have any questions, you can call and talk to Amy at 872-2121. Again, Custer County District Court Office looking to fill an office administrative position.
Well, you know, you can't go back. You can't change the past.
No, you can't.
So you live with it and make the best of it. Have you ever been in jail?
No, I'm happy to say I have not been. No.
I have not either.
Do you want me to turn around and ask you that question?
No, I'm going to tell you, I have not been in jail.
Okay, well, good.
I've been very close.
Yeah.
I actually had a couple incidences where I was taken in to the station. But did not end up in jail.
Okay. Well, good.
That was beneficial to my record.
Okay.
And it wasn't my fault.
Well, no, of course not.
It's not my fault. We'll be back with more right after these words.
And we're back with the second round. What is the only proven winner against both sudden death syndrome and soybean cyst nematodes?
Oh, I know this one.
Go right ahead.
We use this one on our farm. The answer is Ilevo seed treatment.
That is correct.
Woo!
And we'll be right back after this commercial break with our final question. Will the right answer still be Ilevo seed treatment? Take a wild guess. BASF, we create chemistry. Always read and follow label directions.
Some things just naturally go together, like a dog and his bone, apple pie and ice cream, or starter fertilizer and Tapera Plus HD in-furrow fungicide insecticide from UPL. Patented technology makes Tapera Plus HD super compatible with starter fertilizers. And its fully loaded formula provides for more consistent crop uniformity, enhanced vigor, and maximum yield potential in corn. Ask your retailer about Tapera Plus HD from UPL, and always read and follow label directions. Weed resistance is a growing problem for soybean growers, but now there's a way to control weeds and help break the cycle of resistance. New Preview 2.1 SC herbicide from UPL, an innovative new combination of active ingredients in a novel SC formulation. So powerful, so long-lasting, it can control the most devastating broadleaf weeds before they start, giving you a preview of what your fields will look like at harvest. Ask your retailer about new Preview 2.1 SC, and always read and follow label directions.
Let's talk a little bit about Subway for a moment. We have Matt on the line. We're going to talk with Matt about Subway, but what's more green than a Subway sandwich? You can make a Subway sandwich as green as you want.
Well, yeah, lettuce, be green, green peppers, jalapenos, kind of green.
Cucumbers.
Yeah, cucumbers, there you go. But you know what? You never have to worry about the bread being green because it's baked fresh daily.
I'm sure Matt's glad we mentioned that. Matt, how you doing?
Not too bad.
Well, bread will turn green, but no way at Subway.
No way.
No.
You have fresh bread every day, as Brent mentioned. And it is St. Patrick's Day, so happy St. Patty's to you, Matt. I hope everything's going well for you today. What are you doing?
Going to fix a tea machine and an ice machine.
Oh, well, that's not really that, like a celebration, but that's what that's what you do, right?
Yep, and got to fix that glass that comes down on the sandwich unit. I got to fix one of those, too.
Oh, those are important. That's not a bad place to start. We really have the best of both worlds with Subway. We can see exactly what's there, how we want our sandwich made, look at the ingredients, and have the folks put a sandwich together for us. And at the same time, everything's protected. The people wear gloves. It's about as clean as you can get.
Yeah. That's one of the nice things that I like about Subway is it gets made in front of my eyes.
Yeah, I agree. That's comforting. Now, Brent is the food expert on this show. He seems to know more about food than, well, he knows about food and sports.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let him jump in and ask any questions about food that he wants to ask this morning because he's on it.
Well, this is a great week to enjoy food and sports because the madness begins today. Well, actually, it's already started. It was mad last night with that game. Anyway, if you have a party or something coming up and you got people coming over to watch the games, I know that Subway is a great place to start, Matt, because you guys do a lot of catering.
Yes, we do. We have sandwich platters, wrap platters, meat and cheese trays, and, of course, party subs.
There you go. All right. Is there anything new on the horizon in regards to Subway, or do you know?
Not that I know of yet.
Okay.
The new window hasn't been released yet, so once it gets released, which it should be probably next week, I will know more.
All right.
Hoping for a new cookie.
Oh, me too. Just bring back I know that people probably get tired of me bringing this up, but just bring back the caramel apple cookie. Is there anything that I can do that can help bring this cookie back? Can I write a letter to management? Can I show up at one of the management meetings? What is it going to take?
I was going to say, if you know where the management meeting is, then me and you are going.
Okay. Sometimes
I
it can be
got some 2
secret,
cents to put in, too.
All right. Well, good. Hey, I don't know if we've talked about this much. Do we have, I think you've got it back. Do you have roast beef back?
Yes, we do.
Okay, yeah. I don't think we really talk about that because you guys didn't have roast beef for a while. But I know that there's
almost a year.
Yeah, but I know obviously there's a lot of people in this area that love roast beef on their sandwich. So it's nice to hear that that is still back.
Right, and it's actually a better flavor. I like it a lot more than what it used to be.
All right. Let's see. So we talked about cookies, pizzas. You guys still do that?
Yep.
And again, people can make, anything that's on your menu, whether you go with a wrap, a flatbread, a pizza, a sandwich, everything that you see on the board, you can make into anything, right?
Right. You can make any sandwich into a pizza, a salad, a protein bowl, wrap. So, yeah, you can basically build whatever you want inside Subway, and we'll just charge you for it.
The protein bowl, it kind of seems like this thing's sticking around.
Right. It's a nicer way to just eat meat. If you wanted more meat than just like your normal salad has the tray of meat or however many slices, but that way it's doubled. You get more protein. I see more protein bowls now than I do salads.
Really? Yeah. But you guys still do the salads. We want to emphasize that, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. I know that you guys have been serving soup here kind of through the winter season. Is that going to kind of come to an end here shortly, or do you know yet?
Yeah, I'm looking probably at the end of March.
End of March. Okay. We always ask you this, Matt, as far as help goes here at the Broken Bow location, you still looking for people to join your team?
We are always looking for people to join our team. You might be that ace in the hand that helps the crew out and completes the puzzle we have going on. So, yeah, we're always looking for help. You never know.
All right. And I know that it doesn't have to be full-time. You guys take, even if someone can only work, say, 1 day a week, you're still interested in visiting with them, right?
Right. We are, because that 1 day a week might give the full-time people a day off, so that kind of helps out quite a bit.
All right. Sounds good. Of course, we want to remind everybody about the app and the rewards program. You can really get a lot of great things through that if you just load up the app on your phone.
Right. All our coupons and discounts are basically going over to electronic, so if you want to take advantage of a lot of sales, like I think it's buy one, get one 50% off right now.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of good deals on there. Save you a lot of money.
All right. And it's real easy. You just go, to the App Store and load up the app, and you're all set, I think, aren't you?
Yep. Set it up. You can set up debit card, credit card, PayPal, so about anything you want. And once it's set up, then you get to start receiving tokens for every dollar you spend. You get 4 tokens for every dollar.
All right. And I know that my girls use this a lot, and that is the app when it comes to ordering. You can order ahead, and they'll have the sandwich ready for you to go.
Yep.
All right. Anything else, Matt, that you wanted to touch on before we let you go?
No, I think we covered quite a bit of food right there.
All right. Well, there's no better place to eat than Subway because it's always fresh.
Right. And today'd be a nice day for a toasted sandwich.
That would
There
be.
you go.
That would be, Matt. You're right. Well, have a great day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. We'll talk to you next week.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. It is 9:28, and we would like at this time to tell you a very important fact, which most of us knew was coming.
No.
The feds are raising the interest rate by 0.25%.
Okay.
To tame soaring inflation.
All right.
It's going to cost you slightly more to borrow money for a car or mortgage now that they are raising the interest rates. But again, it's 0.25%, and that was no surprise. They had been talking about it. As a matter of fact, they may raise it as much as 7 more times this year.
Oh, wow.
That's the real good news.
Well, great. Thanks, Dave.
Last but not least, Starbucks going to phase out disposable cups.
Oh.
No paper or plastic for coffee lovers at Starbucks.
So what, you got to bring in your own cup to
Yep.
get coffee? Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They're phasing out disposable cups by the year 2025. Eventually, customers will use their own cups. And they'll have cup washing stations at the store that are being tested right now in Arizona and Hawaii.
Ah, interesting.
They'll also experiment with reusable cups that can be returned to the stores.
So I assume that then the charge, well, you know, what they charge you will depend on the size of the cup that you bring in.
That has yet to be determined.
Okay. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. That brings us to a little ditty about that.
Okay.
Maybe I shouldn't say it. Let me think it over.
Dave's in that contemplative stage again.
Maybe I
do I
bring
say
that up.
this or do I not say this?
Well, it just, I've always wondered why we ever got rid of the returnable pop bottle.
Oh, yeah. I grew up kind of in those days.
You know, we're up to, I think they were up to like 10 cents when you took them back towards the end.
Yeah. And now there's a lot of people, I mean, plenty of people out there now that probably never even really drank out of the old glass pop bottle.
It tasted better.
Exactly. I was just going to say that. I'm glad you agree with me because I always thought that. Pop out of the old big, old glass bottle tasted better than it ever did out of a can or the plastic bottle of today.
And if you had a pop machine right beside it was the cases that you put the bottle back in.
Yes.
And the pop man would pick it up.
Yep.
I was actually a Coca-Cola man for a year.
Yeah.
And I spent probably back then 60 to 70% of my time sorting the bottles and loading them up and taking them back to the warehouse where they cleaned them and put pop back in them.
Yeah.
It made so much sense when we got rid of it.
Yeah. My uncle used to run the feed store in Loop City. And I remember going in there lots of times for a bottle of pop. And I think he had Knee-High.
Knee-High was great.
Oh, man. Just like Radar O'Reilly on MASH. Grape Knee-High, man. Can't beat it.
Grape and orange and chocolate.
Oh, now I don't know if I ever tried a chocolate Knee-High.
Yeah, that was real good. Yeah. Coffee break, you went over to Roy's Pastime.
Yeah.
And got yourself a bottle of chocolate pop. Or over to Aero Motors, which was the Pontiac dealership.
Yeah.
They had a pop machine over there, and they let you go over and get yourself a pop.
Yep.
I don't know why we went over there. We worked at a grocery store, but the pop wasn't cold there. It was, Anyway, things come full circle. Won't be long at Starbucks. You'll be bringing your own cup or having returnable cups.
Wow.
Hope they do that with pop real soon. A couple more jobs, or at least one more job to talk about. County Partners Cooperative in Gothenburg, Nebraska, looking for help.
Yeah, they are hiring, and they're looking for a station manager for their Anselmo location right now. Also, full-time custom applicator positions are available in Ord, Callaway, and Myrna. Also, they have seasonal agronomy truck driving positions available at all of their locations. Now, you must have or be able to obtain a CDL for those. Apply today at countrypartnerscoop.com, or you can contact their HR representative and office at 308-537-7141. That's 537-7141. Country Partners Co-op is an equal opportunity employer. And again, you can get all of this information if you miss some of it by going to sandhillsexpress.com. Just click on the employment page.
Do you think Velma's Irish?
Oh, Velma at Circle V Stitch and Post?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
You think Vern is Irish?
Could be.
You think Kim is Irish?
Maybe.
Think the Altman girls are Irish?
Maybe.
I bet you for next year, Velma could make you a white shirt with a clover on it, a lucky clover.
Oh, yeah?
4-leaf, in honor of the Irish holiday. Or you could have one saying, I'm Brent, I'm not Irish.
I'm kind of Irish.
Most of us are kind of Irish.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think I've got in my heritage Irish blood.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, my wife continues to ruin it for me.
Oh?
My family came over from Ireland, and as a matter of fact, Joan and I and my mom and dad went to Ireland and looked over the valley where his family used to work in Ireland.
Oh, that's neat.
Right on the edge of northern and southern Ireland.
Uh-huh.
But my wife, bless her, reminds me that they came over from Scotland to farm in Ireland.
Oh.
So I'm really more Scottish than Irish. And that just burns me up.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, I want to be Irish. I don't want to be Scottish.
Oh,
Bob Bowles was Scottish. He wore a skirt.
I do remember that, yes. Yes, Bob would sometimes wear his kilt. That was uncomfortable.
Well,
when he wore
having
that.
his legs hanging out of that
I was just going to say that, yeah, having a look at Bob's legs for an
lace-up
entire
shoes.
day, just very uncomfortable. Really disrupted the ambiance of the station when he would do that.
It really
Eesh.
was unsettling.
It's hard to concentrate.
Ooh. Oh, we were going to talk about
we were
Circle.
going to do something about Circle V Stitch and Post, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they could personalize a kilt, right? They could probably do that.
Oh, she could do
Couldn't
that.
they? Yeah. Circle V Stitch and Post. Velma right there to help get your creation started with her quality custom embroidery service. Boy, you talk about putting together some really neat personalized gifts, especially for things like baby showers. Maybe you're going to be invited to a wedding. She can really put some neat things together for you. For the little ones, does things like onesies, blankets, afghans, towel sets. So visit with Velma today on what she can do for you. Of course, graduation. I got a graduation announcement in the mail the other day.
Wow.
And it'll be here before we know it, folks. And if there's something that Velma can help you personalize for a nice and rememberable gift, just give Velma a call, and she can help you out on putting together something really nice for that graduate. Call Velma and get your creation started today at 872-6173. You'll find Circle V Stitch and Post just north of Broken Bow out on